We're live.
Yay!
Woo!
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another installment of Hoard of the Dragon Queen. Just a quick recap of last session. The players infiltrated the camp of the raiders who had attacked Greenest, though not before dealing with some of the stragglers using the world's most convoluted deception plan.
Listen, it worked perfectly.
Everything went as planned. Everything was as Keikaku.
Yes.
And now they've managed to find Laeson Erlenthar, the half-elven monk they were sent to rescue. But he is way at the back of a camp full of bad guys. And they are getting ready to put their rescue plan into motion. We'll rejoin them.
Yay!
Now let's wait for it to load.
There we go. Okay. So, we all kind of know the plan. Yeah, Gilligan, I guess you're kind of up first, getting things into position at least.
Alright, fine. Any parting words before one of us maybe dies?
Bye!
Do it as
Okay.
easily as possible.
It was a pleasure traveling with you.
Bye, Gilligan.
Bye!
Please don't die.
No
Okay.
promises.
Make sure to sneak away so that the
Gilligan,
guy
go ahead
doesn't...
and make a stealth check.
Oh, right.
Actually, do hope you'll be all right.
go around the long way behind Stamp so we can do like the you'll be over here and Stamp will like
Cover the view, yeah.
he'll cover the view
In
cartoon.
that case, Stamp is aiding your check, so Gilligan, go ahead and make a deception check with, a stealth check with advantage.
Sick.
Well.
All right.
You know,
It
that's
works!
the most,
Only a little bit, but it
that's
works.
the most ones you could have rolled.
Yeah.
A meteor crushes him.
What?
Alright,
Squidge, squidge.
Gilligan, you do slip away without being noticed by the Dragon Claw who's been hassling you guys to get back to work. However, the rest of you can see he's kind of making the rounds real quick to check on the rest of these people. And you probably don't have long before he comes back and may notice Gilligan's absence.
Oh, we gotta go too because
Yep.
fire duty. All right. We're gonna like
How to distract him evilly.
And when you hear fire screaming, you know to get out. Oh man, can we say Gilligan touched me for a stealth check before we go? Actually, I think I had the advantage anyway, so I
It
still.
lasts for an
you still
hour
have-
in between,
yeah.
so.
All right, then yeah, I still have it. So I will also try and go to our northern fire spot. I guess I will roll advantage stealth check.
Okay.
Tobias is gonna act like he's gonna work real good and hopes of impressing this guy.
Yeah!
Holds it nice to hold him
Okay.
over for time.
Tobias, go ahead and make your choice of a strength or dexterity check, depending on exactly what task you're doing.
Well, I'm not doing anything laboring. I'm going to be tanning some leather, I guess. That doesn't seem too strength.
Okay. Then, yeah, go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Cool. Normal. Yeah.
You really suck. So the guy is
very
not
good at
inv-
it.
Oh,
You're not
Aw.
skilled at this.
how about we do it?
He sees you're trying and kind of is like,
No, Tobias, let's do a good bean, bad bean thing. Hold on, I'll do my own. Except I'm going to do a bad job, so he stops me for further instruction.
Oh.
What do I roll?
part ways to let this guy through. Same check as Tamaya's dexterity.
Dex? Okay. I sure did do bad!
Oh, if only someone could
Alright,
tell
you're,
me how to tan leather.
Your collective just asinine, terrible attempts to tan this lever draw his attention over. What do you think you're
Tobias looks-
doing hacking away at it like that? Get out of the
Like my
way.
food.
He shoves these other two aside.
I'm sorry, I
food's
thought
over,
that
right
that's
back.
what the axe was for.
Flora or Timaeus, go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Oh, I sure am bad at these. Timaeus, you're gonna be better than me at this.
But he was dead!
Okay, here I
The
go.
best way to tan leather is as a corpse. Reanimate.
Okay, here comes
Keeney
my
there.
big persuasion check.
Keen muted himself.
Oh.
Okay. That's better than usual.
Alright. Flora, he sits down and very briefly starts showing you what you're supposed to be doing. However,
Okay.
he glances over his shoulder once or twice, like he's like, You probably have very little time before he notices Gilligan's absence as well.
Can
as
you?
Stamp's.
I just don't get it. I mean, you tan the leather like it's not even day out. Like, how do we get a tan?
Meanwhile, okay, Gilligan, you've made it as far as the unwatchable
as long as I can.
Stamp and Goldilocks, you have reached the tents that you were planning to set on fire.
Yep. Stamp's gonna look around for anything that looks particularly flammable, and also is preferably in the interior of these tents, so it can like build a little.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, you know what?
Also, he doesn't want anyone to see him lighting the fire, or especially not from his backpack.
You know, you're a pretty strong dude. Would you be able to, like, once I light some stuff on fire, just huck something super far and light that one on fire too, maybe, or something?
I could, but I don't think I'd be able to throw something 100 feet without
Oh,
anybody
shit.
noticing it.
You're right. Okay, well, maybe you could get, like, you could probably do, like, 30, 40 feet, probably. I can see you
Okay,
doing that.
so you're looking around just the outside of the tents or in them as well?
I think it's too suspicious to wander in and out of tents. He's just looking from the outside. He might, like,
Okay.
if there's any shitty tent pitching, he might, like, stick his foot and lift it a little to see what's inside, because it'll be
Okay.
faster to light the
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
I am probably good at these. What is it? What is
Well-
it?
Find absolutely nothing of use.
Goldilocks, are tents flammable?
I mean, probably. Not wait so. Listen, this is Dragonfire, baby. This burns anything.
All right. Can you use your peepers to see if there's anything flammable? Because I did a bad job.
I think you're overestimating my capabilities, but I will certainly try. Investigation?
Stamp, your investigation is not only ineffective, but also, like, you really fail at keeping a low profile. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
All right, I hope I get another 20.
You still got advantage.
Ooh.
Hey!
I think it's only on the next check you make. So he's already used his advantage. However, his first roll was 19.
Is it? I thought it was just continuous. Oops.
I'm pretty sure it says it lasts until.
Here, well,
1
tell
hour?
me what
1
happens. We
hour.
can look it
Alright.
up.
Yeah, it doesn't matter for this case. So yeah, we'll go with your 19. Stamp, you're kind of like, what's in the tent? And like looking around.
Classic.
You rattle up against the sides of the tents once or twice, greeted by the occasional snarling kobold head stuck out of the tent, like, what the fuck, man? But the real issue, which happily your stealth check was good, because you kind of loafing around out here very nearly drew the attention of someone who was headed back this way after storming off earlier.
Ooh.
Luckily, they didn't see Stamps getting on the other side of this tent.
You're looking around. Your investigation is not subtle, but happily you place yourself in just the right spot as Langdedrosa passes through to not directly be there in his line of sight. He pauses briefly, kind of like looks around a little bit, then just shakes his head and continues back toward the head honcho tent.
All right. I like to imagine Stamp did not even notice him. It's like that Emperor's New Groove scene where they're in the diner and they're looking at menus. And then, it's just that. All right, well, I guess we gotta go. So, eeny, meeny, miny. I feel like this tent, and maybe I'll spin you around in a circle, and you can maybe get like 2.
Yeah, because it's a 15-foot cone. So if you just stand in the middle, I could maybe get all 3 if you just spin me really fast.
All right. Stamp will do that.
Stamp, go ahead and make an athletics check for spinning rapidly.
Oh, glad I have a +5 on that.
You managed to get 2 of the tents. I'll let you pick which 2.
I would like these 2 because I think they will draw the attention of these guys.
Alright, let me grab tokens for those real quick.
If anybody's inside those tents, it was 10 fire damage.
Well, if they're kobolds, they're dead.
Yeah.
Whoa! Multi-tractor thing!
Goldilocks, I have an idea! We can get him out of the tent by shaking the camp!
Okay, the various kobolds, of which there were a decent number inside these tents, automatically succeed on their saves because they were inside the tent. However, they still die with half damage.
All right.
Do you want to level up?
Stamp, you spin around. You aim the Goldilocks flamethrower. Goldilocks, a gout of flame issues forth from your throat, burning 2 of the tents heavily, instantly setting them ablaze. You hear a shrill chorus of draconic screams that are quickly snuffed out as the fire surges through the flimsy canvas.
We should go northwest right now.
Okay, yeah.
Instantly, several people in the area take notice and begin rushing over, including exactly one of the guards from the main tent, who
all right, that's fine.
Over, drawing his weapon.
Yeah, Stamp begins yelling like "Fire! Fire!" and he pulls out his own water canteen and he throws the water on it to at least make it look like they're not the ones who set this fucking thing. And he is going to try and like anyone, because there's like a fuck ton of people walking around, so he tries to gather as much of a crowd as possible to like look for water and shit.
I'm gonna give you inspiration.
Okay, Stamp, go ahead and make a deception check.
Okay.
You have inspiration, so roll a d6 after whatever you roll. Oh no!
Oh my god!
It's a d6.
6.
Man.
Here are many people.
Am I able to assist in like yelling fire, fire as well? So it's a little
I wouldn't. I would not.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh,
I don't
fuck.
see what you would accomplish other than giving yourself away, but you can certainly try.
No, that sounds like a problem.
All right. This veteran comes over and begins quickly shouting orders to lesser people. 2 of the dragon claws guarding the prisoners rush over. One upside, Flora and Timaeus, your guy who was just about to be like, "Where's your shitty friends?" Is like, "Whoa, what the?" and runs off.
Oh no,
himself.
a fire! Oh no, a fire! A fire! I think our friends are in trouble.
I think so.
All right.
I don't know what to do.
We're fucked.
Do you want to prepare a fog cloud? Maybe they need an escape, just in case. You never know.
But I used it already.
Okay, so, Stamp. It doesn't look like the crowd really has a clear idea of what's going on, but they are seemingly collectively somewhat aware that you appear to be the first one on the scene. And you're
That's why I'm asking for water.
Yeah,
Throw dirt on it. Be more convincing.
Various cultists come running up with buckets of water. Incidentally, Gilligan, interrupt me at any time, depending on when you're putting your part of the plan into motion. Same with you, Flora and Timaeus.
Okay.
Well, I would suppose about now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
We don't have a plan.
He waits until the guys over there start rushing over, and he kind of saunters on up a little bit and.
I guess I'll. maybe this.
There we go. Good enough.
Okay, Gilligan, make a stealth check with advantage.
Cool. Boop. Boop. Boop.
Ooh.
Well, fuck me.
Okay. You may proceed.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Disguise Self and take on this guy's form. So,
Okay. Go ahead and. Actually, I guess you don't make a check right now. It's only made if someone tries to see through your disguise. So okay, you press your bony hands together and take on the exact likeness of Leosin.
Okay, he kind of wiggles on up close. All right, don't worry, buddy. We're getting the hell out of here. Also, yeah, no, don't worry that I look like you. It'll work.
I assume you know what you're doing.
Oh no. Anyway, so is it ropes? Is it shackles? What's going on here with him?
He is tied to this wooden post with ropes binding his wrists and ankles.
Ooh, okay. Do I have
cut it.
anything to cut that? I don't know if I have anything to cut that.
I thought we gave him something sharp to cut himself out.
Yeah, he has a bone knife.
You.
Oh,
stuck
alright,
the
I'll grab
bone
that
knife
shit
on
then.
his person. Yeah. So you can produce that, no problem.
Cool. Alright, what do you want me to
Okay.
roll for that?
To cut the ropes, I'll let you make your choice of strength or dexterity.
Ooh. Let's go Dex, because I don't have a negative in it.
I know, right?
Great.
He's thinking.
It's a 4. There it is.
Oh,
Great.
God.
Alright,
Stop
Gilligan.
wiggling!
Good
Stop
roll.
it!
Well, please begin. Oh. You scrape him a little.
That's
You
what you get.
inexpertly begin hacking away at the ropes. They hold strong for the moment.
Do we want to cut to Flora and Tamaya so we can see how all 3 parts of the plan fail?
Yeah.
Sure.
We don't even have a plan!
I think we should break these people out and start a prisoner escape. Does that sound good? We need as much chaos as possible so Stamp and Goldilocks don't just die.
I mean, that's... Alright! Let's come over here.
Yeah, no,
I don't have any other plans!
Keen, I'm curious. Do you still have any spells for the day?
Oh, I have tons.
Oh, cool. Can you fog cloud? Like,
No, I can't. Well, okay. So wait, how does it work? Because I'm like a wizard, I have to prepare what spells I'm going to cast ahead of
So
time.
you
right?
no longer have to prepare specific amounts of each spell like you do as a wizard in Pathfinder. Instead, you choose, of all the spells you know, you choose a certain number to prepare each day, and you can cast them in any number using whichever slots you want. So, if the spells you prepared were like Fog Cloud, Mage Armor, Magic Missile, and something else, right? Those are your non-cantrip spells. You can
Yes.
use your slots on them however you choose.
Oh! I didn't know that. I thought it's like, well, I have my
That's real
one
good
fog
shit.
cloud, my one mage armor, and my one detect.
No,
Wow.
no.
Nope.
I didn't know that's how that works.
Give her,
Yeah, it's
buddy.
real good.
All right, cool. Fog cloud. Well, wait. Should we like kind of undo everyone's things and then
Yeah, that
because
sounds like a good idea.
because if they're trapped in a fog cloud and they're still shackled, like what are they gonna do?
Tamias, you're
don't know.
brilliant. Okay, I'm going to dart around and sleight of hand these cuffs off of them. If I can.
All right. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check, and also make a stealth check with advantage to not be
Okay.
noticed by the 2 remaining dragon claws.
Stealth. Advantage. There's a good one.
Thank God.
Yep. Nope.
Oh,
They
my
are not paying attention to you at all right now. They're staying like they assume none of these people are gonna flee without them noticing, and they are watching the fire from here.
Okay.
They're just so like, huh, look at that.
So, normal sleight of hand? No advantage?
Yeah, that's correct.
Come on!
It takes you a little while. Yeah, you're able to untie people. not that expertly.
Can I try to
sort of take you
I
until.
have a 2 in it.
Yeah, you can try. You can either try your own check, or you can assist Flora to give her advantage, and therefore another roll.
Man, 15-foot blast radius fucking sucks on this.
All right, Flora. Which do you want?
I would prefer another chance at the check. I really can prove myself. I've got a +5 in this.
I have a +2, so I'll help you out.
Okay.
Okay,
roll one more
Flora,
time.
make another roll.
Ooh, much better.
Alright, yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, that's better.
Yeah, I was about to
Alright.
say, could Timaeus like Ray of Frost the chains so that they're a little weak, like
That's awesome.
to like weaken it a bit, and then like you go in punching them like a chain.
Oh, that's bad.
I don't know how that works, but all right, I can try.
Okay, so Timaeus and Flora working together, you're able to get these people untied. The couple who are closest to the guards are not included in that, but the 5 back here watch you somewhat fearfully, since until now they assumed you were with the cultists.
Yeah.
They're not sure what's going on, but they are not gonna argue if you're untying them.
Don't worry, we're secretly good guys. Now, when I give the signal, you're all going to start running. He claps his hand and fog cloud comes out.
But how could I trust someone with such a sincerely evil
Yeah, I was
cat?
trying to say, I don't know, you said
What?
an awful lot.
To pair with the fog cloud, I've just got a torch. I'm gonna toss it into an unoccupied tent and set it on fire too.
Oh, yeah.
man,
Oh
can
no,
you make,
fire!
can you make-
Deceptions.
Yeah.
Can you make it like God? What is one that would imply Stamp was not the one setting the fire?
Oh no, a mysterious masked man just set a fire over here!
Jesus. I don't know what tent.
It's me.
The caped firebug!
Timaeus uses Ray of Frost to make himself
I mean,
an ice
I
mask.
also have burning hands. If we really want to, like...
We might want to save some spells.
I might need to say it. Yeah,
I
at
still
least
have holy
3.
hand grenades, so we're okay in that regard.
Yeah, so Flora's gonna set fire to one of these tents and blame it on the masked firebug.
Okay.
Which 10 are you going to
have a
do? 'Cause this
torch.
one's really far away.
Which one?
Like up here.
Which one do you
It'd have to be
guys
close by. I don't know.
This one?
So I'll assume that given
have to
that you
get
have
up
a
there and
torch,
check it.
you're not really going to need to make any kind of check to set the fire. You'll be able to
Yeah.
start one, although nowhere near as dramatically as Goldilocks is.
Yeah.
So you can start the fire. Go ahead and make a deception check.
Ooh, I'm terrible at these. I
Can
figured
I-
Can I assist with the deception and be like, oh no, more fires! What's going on?
yeah, you're already making a fog cloud, which makes it a pretty convincing fire. Like, that looks like smoke!
Could be.
Yeah?
I don't know. Is that an advantage or no then?
I mean, it looks more like fog than anything that would come from a fire.
Fair enough. I'm going to roll deception. Yep!
These rolls tonight, we're gonna die.
Boy.
Short
All right.
campaign.
You guys, this isn't
All right,
nice.
Flora. You set fire to a tent back here with your torch. Timaeus, do you want to use that fog cloud?
I mean,
confusion
already said I
or-
did.
Okay.
I'll
Might as well
stick
It
with
calls,
that.
You might as well
calls
use it to
more
hide
attention
yourselves.
immediately to the area, which is probably good because the situation over here is the most critical one. Immediately, the remaining 2 dragon claws over here give shouts at what on? And
Oh
begin
no,
to
a fire! Should we try to like fucking
Which of you
run
said
this way? Oh no!
If you
Oh no, a fire! He turns to the prisoners. Now you should run.
run! Timaeus, do you want to fog cloud us and we do like the thing where we drag the 2 dragon claws into the fog cloud and beat them up because nobody can see in?
I'm not good at beating up, but we can try. Although they'll probably scream a bunch. I can waste all my spells on them, maybe.
Is there
Depends
any
on how
way
tough they are, which I don't know.
We don't know.
can they make an insight check to get a guesstimation of how fucked they would be if they tried to
Yeah.
fight these guys?
Jesus.
to estimate their strength.
Yeah.
You could say no. I'm just trying to like.
I'm gonna say no because you've never seen one of these guys fight. They
That's
do
fair.
not look anywhere near as fearsome as the armored helmet guys, the veterans. They look like less scruffy and shitty versions of the cultists you've been fighting. Like, they probably at least
Okay.
have some skills, but they don't look like fighting is their main job.
Okay, Tobias, I think we can take them.
Well, all right.
You gotta have all the randos pile on him.
Yeah.
It's true. We do
All
have
right,
5
so
randos.
are you guys standing and fighting, or are you fleeing with the prisoners?
We're gonna try to like surprise them inside a fog cloud, since there's no sight
Okay.
around. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, I'll fog cloud. And then
All right,
we'll
so
fight.
the prisoners immediately, knowing that there are guards here and a shit ton of guys to the north, just begin fleeing in the openest direction, which is to the east.
Mhm.
These ones make a break for it as well.
Oh no, the
And
prisoners
the dragon claws come in hot pursuit of them. The commoners are sort of limping along, so these guys catch up very quickly, but you are able to put yourselves in the way. Yeah, since as far as they know, all that's going on is prisoners being shitty and setting a fire, these guys will confidently barrel into the fog cloud since it's a straightest line. All right, hang on. I'm gonna
Do we need like a fight map? Or
let me see if I have a good one ready to go. Yeah,
if
okay.
they're
Actually,
getting
there's a
right up in
decent
my
one.
face, I want to burning hands them. I don't know.
I'm gonna copy you over somewhere real quick.
Okay,
Okay.
Keen, we got this.
If you can
Oh,
punch
it's
them in the
it's
face,
even-
I'll hit
it's
them from
even
the
got
back.
a fire on it. Okay. Then I'll drag you over. If I can just barely reach it. Okay. I haven't finished setting it. You're not this close yet.
Yeah.
You hear the guys are coming toward you, though they can't see you. Let me turn on some combat music.
That is a massive fire.
Very big logs.
Yeah. Logs as big as your
Wow.
fucking head. Okay, so the fog cloud was a 20-foot radius, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let you guys I'm gonna center it around Tamias's current position, and you guys can place yourselves within it wherever you want, because you have time to stand where you want.
I think.
Well, I want to be able to like burning hands them as
Like
they come in, and
that.
then maybe like get the fuck out of the way so Flora can punch them.
Here.
Because I don't want to be in front.
So maybe we do something like
Okay, here's the boundaries of your fog cloud.
you can burning hands them from over there, and then I run in and try to tackle them.
Yeah, maybe. Let me see. Yeah, every creature in a 15-foot cone. Dexterity saving throw. Creature takes 3d6 fire damage on a failed save or half as done. Okay. Yeah, and they are within 15 feet.
And you guys will get a surprise round because they cannot possibly have seen you coming towards you.
Fantastic.
So you can act in whichever order you prefer for that. You get one action.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna burning hands them, and then if you want to run in after.
Yeah, that'll work perfectly.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'll just do that.
Yeah,
Burning
you can
hands.
get
It's a
both of them
DC
if they
13
approach.
reflex for half damage, though I don't know if they get it because I don't know. Whatever.
I will
Full
check.
damage. 11. Yeah, they get half damage for DC 13, but they also can't see, so I don't know.
Oh, it's a strength
do.
save.
Yeah,
Burning hands. As you hold your hands. Okay,
Is it a
so
strength save? I don't know if it actually is.
it is 3d6 fire damage.
Yeah, I rolled that already.
You rolled.
It shows
Oh.
66, but he did roll 3.
Okay.
Because it
it's
auto
doing
rolls
the-
it in case of a
the two
crit.
things, Right. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay.
So I can
and
do 11.
each creature must make a dexterity saving throw. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know
They'll
why
make
it's
their
strength.
saves.
Let me fix that.
Okay. Here is for the left-hand guy, dexterity. 18. So he passes. Second guy. 15. He also passes. So they each take 5 fire damage.
Great. Cool.
What? What is causing all of this? Whoever you are, you're a dead man.
Flora moves
No,
over
I'm not.
here. Cape fluttering. I can't. Can I make an attack? Am I good to?
Yes, you will still have disadvantage though because of the fog cloud.
That's okay. Am I allowed to do the big slappy with my bonus actions?
You cannot take a bonus action in the surprise round.
Okay.
But you can take your normal action.
I'll go ahead and roll my initiative.
Okay. Big slappy.
Great.
Wow, that's a 1.
I hit a 1 for you.
It looked like a 1. You got the 1. Shit.
It's a 1 for me for my initiative,
Yeah,
but you
yeah,
got
for
a...
some reason. Okay, yeah. 11
disadvantage.
does
Whoops.
not hit, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Poop?
Poop.
Let me check real quick. Actually, I'm not sure. It's possible in 5th edition you get all your actions in a bonus round.
Party ties. Don't do that. Maybe they'll just take us as prisoner. That'll be my next character, so we better not fucking die.
Let's see what my initiative is. Yeah, that's about right.
It's 3 times better than mine.
That's true. Tomias, we're really beefing it.
Well,
I know, I'm just really nervous, and I feel like I haven't eaten since we ate at the sausage house.
Yes,
And I'm tired, and I just want to read. I'm so upset.
well, you never
Being
know.
evil is draining.
Maybe these two have a -9 on their initiative.
My hands are tired from throwing up the horns too often.
I know it really cramps. Like I need a brace
yes.
now.
Okay, no, actually, it's just a surprise round is a full round in which any creature that's surprised doesn't act, so you may take
Oh,
your bonus
fantastic. Okay, big
Oh,
slappy
good.
incoming. I'm going to blow a key point and attack 2 more times.
Okay.
This is with disadvantage. So that's the first hit. I assume it doesn't hit.
12 will not hit.
Okay, so second attack. Okay,
Oh,
that's looking good.
Nice.
And the second roll.
Oh,
Thank
the
goodness
same!
I
Oh,
actually
you did
deal
it. All right,
damage.
and we'll use your first damage roll. So your first 2 punches go wide, but you flip around and bring a roundhouse kick into this guy's jaw that sends his stupid dragon helmet falling to the ground. 6 damage.
Okay.
Oh! That's where you are.
Don't say that.
All right, these two know you're there now. They draw
Nice.
their weapons, and we roll initiative for the first actual round of combat.
Yep,
I'm
we already
gonna
did.
roll for them separately because there's only 2. Okay, so this is lower left guy, 18. Jeez, these guys rolled dex really well, and and wow! Holy fuck! The second guy rolled 2 natural 20s for initiative.
Well, I'm glad he used them there.
Yeah,
Right?
Jesus.
Am I
All right.
right?
So, like, I'm thinking halfling rogue, because I've never played a halfling.
I've never, I've always wanted to play a tiefling.
Mm.
All right. So the guy that Flora just kneed in the head is next. Let's see. So, rubbing his bruised face with one hand, with his other, he draws a scimitar, and he is going to attack Flora. He has disadvantage from the fog cloud. Let's see. Sorry, I gotta look at these guys' abilities real quick. Okay, that doesn't matter. Once per turn, if the Dragonclaw makes a weapon attack with advantage on the attack roll. Okay, he doesn't have an attack. Okay, yeah, no, he doesn't have advantage, and that doesn't do anything otherwise. Oh, these guys have the same thing as kobolds, though, where they get advantage
5
if
health?
they have other allies. 5 health, yeah. So these guys, they're gonna move up. So they get advantage, which is negated by the
Yeah.
fog cloud, so they will roll normally to attack
Oh,
you.
God.
Oh boy.
All right,
You sure
here
have like
comes the
no
first.
health, right?
Yeah.
All right. First attack. That is a crit. For 7 slashing damage. Good lord.
Okay,
This
I
guy,
take...
has only rolled 4 times, and 3 of them were 20s.
I'm going to be honest, if the next one rolls a 20, I'm fucking leaving.
And the
Yeah, I'll just
second
expend all my
is-
spell
alright.
slots on these guys. I don't even care.
Alright, and the second is a 7, which will miss. So one scimitar slashes after your leg as you rechamber it, and you get a good gash down on your knee. The other swings wide, unable to find you amidst the fog. Flora.
Okay, I'm going to do another friggin' flurry of blows at this guy. Let's hope... how's this guy looking?
He looks pretty badly hurt between the fire and your earlier blow to his head.
Okay, this is totally doable. I just have to believe in myself. Okay, here we go. Roll with disadvantage.
The 11 will not hit. I'm
Okay,
afraid.
2 more times. Holy shit.
Wow.
Once more.
Are you
Okay.
shitting
As
me?
a curiosity, I'm going to see how many rolls it takes for me to actually hit this person.
No, don't. Tomias goes next.
Oh, that
You
one
wanna
won't
give
hit.
you
That's an
ate his
actual
good
hit.
rolls.
Alright.
Yeah.
Flora,
Don't
you
never do that, guys.
Fling your limbs at him wildly in retaliation, but aren't able to find purchase. Timaeus.
Jesus fuck.
Well, don't worry. I hopefully didn't need that 18, so I'm just gonna use Magic Missile.
Yeah.
Well, if it worked like magic missile everywhere else, I assume you're not rolling anything other than damage. Let me check.
No, I don't. Let me check. Yeah, there's no attack roll for Magic Missile. It's just 3d4 plus 3 force damage.
Oh, thank God, it doesn't use these devilish devices.
Oh yeah. 3.
Yeah, that's what it says in the
you
character
get-
sheet,
You get 3
right.
missiles at level 1. Cool. Oh, that's a lot stronger than level 1 magic missile in.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use it on the guy that's been getting fucking 20s.
Create 3 glowing orbs of
Mhm.
force that just dart straight towards him. Each impacts him one after the other. Go ahead and roll damage.
I will.
Also, so hang on. Before you roll damage,
Okay.
you can choose how to divide these up. They don't all have to target the same creature.
I was gonna have them all target the guy who gets nothing but 20s because he gets
Okay.
nothing but 20s. And I can always I can do one more of these. Anyway, so cast to what level? First level, or is it second
think-
level? Level 2.
I think you gotta
still
go
only
for.
Or is that like spell level? Okay.
That's spell level.
All right. 12.
Oh, hey, that's pretty damn good.
One knocks him to the left. One knocks him to the right. The last one sends him ass over elbows into this tent. Body
My God.
broken by the blows of
Oh,
force.
thank goodness one of them actually fell.
Okay, we need to get this other one or run away.
Tobias, you may also move.
Yeah, I'm gonna start making my way.
Downtown.
Yeah, I'm gonna start exiting. I'm gonna stay like inside. So because if like I need to, I want to be able to hit this guy with a magic missile. So yeah, I'm just gonna stop here.
Okay.
I guess, yeah.
The remaining guy's turn. He saw those streak past, but can't tell quite where they came from, and currently has a crazy monk girl kicking at
She's
his
just
face.
flailing.
He does not have the luxury of looking for Timaeus right now. He is just going to fight back. He now has disadvantage because he no longer has an ally. So here comes the
Hooray!
one-
Disadvantage.
Let's see.
It's both 20s.
Oh, scimitar. That is a 2, so he does not.
Hooray!
Oh,
Maybe we
thank
can beat him or
goodness.
just run. We should probably beat him.
Yeah, I think we can.
We don't want him following
Go
us.
ahead, Flora.
Okay, I'm going to stamp out a good suggestion. I'm probably gonna like try to grab his wrist and flip him into the fire.
Okay.
Ooh.
So that's going to be a grapple type thing, like a maneuver.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make
Athletics?
I think it's athletics to get out of it. Let me check real quick. They're all the same thing now. I think it's just an attack roll, but let me make sure, because it might be a skill check like athletics.
If it's athletics, I'm screwed, but if it's an attack roll, I'm not.
This is fine.
I like what's going on right now.
God, the rolls have been so bad.
Oof, they've been pretty awful.
When you want to grab a creature or wrestle with it, you can use an attack action to make a special melee attack, a grapple. If you're able to make multiple attacks with the attack action, this attack replaces one of them.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so if you make the attack action, you can grapple him.
Oh, nice.
And then you can also use your bonus attacks if you have more key points. You can still use your bonus action for that.
I don't have any more key points, or not that I'm willing to spend at this point, so I can only make the one extra attack.
Okay, so you try to seize the target by making a grapple check. Oh, yeah, a strength athletics check, contested by the target's strength athletics.
Yeah, no, I can't.
Or
There's
acrobatics.
no way I can do that, actually. I've got a -1 to strength, and I'm rolling disadvantage. Sorry. I'm going to, just attack there.
Okay.
Yep.
Great!
Yep.
And once more.
Oh.
Hey, that hits.
Hooray!
Oh!
Hooray!
A swift punch to the chest that crumples his solar plexus a bit. You hear a "Kuh!" He's still up, but he looks pretty bad for the wear now.
Tobias, I hit something!
I'm very proud of you.
He makes a desperate swing at you. He's going to use his multi-attack action and strike at you twice.
Ooh. Does Tobias get a turn?
He can do that on not his turn? Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry. Timaeus does indeed get a turn.
Tobias
because
saved my
I-
life before he
indeed get a turn.
multi-attacks me!
Yep, I'm gonna magic missile again. That's my final spell for the day. Or unless I do a short rest, then I can get one back. It's actually kind of awesome.
That's pretty
Acha!
convenient.
Okay.
11.
Okay, yeah. You would need to be able to see him, so you'd need to move up, but it's okay because you won't provoke an attack of opportunity or anything. So I'll just assume you can run up and shotgun him in the face with that.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, shit.
Ah! Dead.
Floor, are you all right?
Yes! Tobias, that was wonderful! You did absolutely 100% of the work there!
Well, you know I do my best, but we gotta get out of here.
We gotta get out of here.
Hey, if you can grab those scimitars, that'd be solid.
Fog
Oh,
and
yeah.
flame swirl around you as you fight for your lives, expend your resources, but manage to fight off these guys. The prisoners continue fleeing to the east.
Any chance
And
one of
we'll
them
go
had
back
like a
to the big
crossbow
map.
or something? Because I have no ranged weapons aside from magic. I just realized.
I mean, you don't really need one in 5e because your cantrips you can use forever.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I keep forgetting.
Down to where you guys are. All right, so you successfully
gotta get
kill
out
your
of here.
2 pursuers.
Ouch.
I'm gonna say people will have noticed the fog cloud and the fire, but because of the fog cloud, there's no way they could have noticed that you guys killed those 2. Just a moment. Let me start the music back up. All right. Meantime, meanwhile, Gilligan, go ahead and continue sawing at these ropes.
Just gonna do a little slicey. Eh.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I like to think that Leosin is like, oh, you're doing a great job. like,
Leosin is trying, he knows you're trying your best, and he'd probably die if not for you. He's trying so hard to not be like, are you fucking kidding me?
So we did give him that 20 minutes ago. Can he do a roll to have made any level of progress in the interim to help?
Or was
That
he
is
just holding
actually-
his dick the whole time?
Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. So yeah, okay. I'm gonna go have him. Let's see, which is better, Dex or Strength? Probably Dex. Let me check.
Just been reading in my
yeah,
hands
Dex.
for the past
Okay.
minute.
All right, he's gonna try himself. That is a 10. Okay, yeah. He's able to free his hands, which then makes it much easier for him to go to work on his legs. So despite your terrible, terrible knife work, Gilligan, the Zentari would be very disappointed, by the way.
Who cares?
I'm picturing like as he gets like, this is a really nice knife. I've seen knives like this. Please keep cutting me.
I remember the first time I saw a knife.
Is this made of shark bone? What is this?
It's boar bone.
All right. Stamp. Meanwhile, there's a crowd loosely gathered around you. It's not at the distance shown here because these guys aren't literally standing like 40 feet away from you, but yeah. There are people around. There are some whispers and murmurs. The fires have just about been put out as more people have rushed up with buckets. And there are a number of suspicious glances being shot around, but you are the main recipient of them. No one has actually been like, hey, you, yet, but you get the feeling the collective crowd sense is drifting in that direction. Also, go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh, jeez. All right. Perception. Okay. Yeah.
There it goes.
Oh,
Okay,
hey.
yeah.
Sorry, I
something
guess
else-
my internet died.
Something else you notice as you kind of warily look around the crowd of cultists and otherwise is striding in the general direction of this chaos is a rather pissed off fucking Mondath.
Oh boy. Stamp would have. This is my initial plan, so I was gonna try and like get someone to be like, the water's over there, so he could like run and do at least one water pour before then going quote for a second one and booking it halfway.
Okay. I'll let you make your choice of deception or persuasion. I'm guessing they'll be the same for you.
Yeah.
You want my last inspiration?
Yeah.
You got it.
All right. I'm gonna do persuasion because Stamp's
You
a
can do
nice
it, buddy.
boy. Okay, that's a little better
Roll
than
a
last.
D6. D6 might be good.
All right. Since
11.
many people are running and getting buckets, with that 11 total,
Yeah.
that is good enough for them to not bodily stop you. They are not quite suspicious of you enough, but they are watching you as you go to get the water. You can move yourself in that direction. You've seen people have been fetching buckets from like the huts over here.
Great.
What the hell is going on? You can hear her say as you run off.
Whoa! Stamp tries to like pass a bucket or two off to Kobold's like, yeah, I'm helping. Here you go. Go put out the fire. Thank you, one or two friends. He gives them to them, and as they turn, he's gonna like inch away and then book it. He is out of resources and out of luck.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check to see how like out of sight you can get before booking it.
What did we decide the rule for this thing was? Have I expended the advantage?
Let me double check because now it matters.
It should just
So
last
you're
an
focusing on
hour.
the trickster.
Pretty good if it's
Starting
like,
when you choose this, okay, you can use your action to touch a willing creature other than yourself to give it advantage on stealth checks. This blessing lasts for stealth checks. Yeah, it's not just the next one.
Oh, thank
but
God.
Only one
Okay.
person can have it at a time, and Gilligan can't give it to himself.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Gah.
Okay,
Run away.
16. Yeah, you start getting away.
Okay, that's
You get about this far as several people, including the two veterans, turn to look for you again near the water, see you're not there, and you hear a loud chorus of shouts coming from this direction, and the crowd begins to surge in the general direction of where the water was.
Luckily, I run for a living.
Okay.
Shit, man.
Meanwhile, Timaeus and Flora, what do you
What
do
are we
after killing
doing?
these two
Well,
guys?
luckily, I think I just cleared you a path.
Yeah, I think, could we wait until, or could we resolve Gilligan's thing first? Because it would be cool if he joined up with us and then we chased after them.
Maybe we can get the fuck out.
Yeah, okay. He's just been cutting a rope while you guys actually had to fight, so we'll say, yeah, we can go back to him next.
Oh, thank you. Oh, it feels so good to be down off that thing. What's the next move? Are we just
Well, I'm
fleeing
gonna do,
every direction?
No, well, no, we kind of just want to go straight for the exit. But I got one more little thing I'm gonna do here. Don't scream, don't freak out. Ah! Snaps his fingers. The little shoopy doop thing gets a little.
You created a duplicate.
Duplicate.
Yes, that's what it's called.
Okay.
Great.
Crawls up
So-
onto the thing. He kind of like takes the cut ropes and like fake ties little bows back up there.
Okay. Here's your ghostly Gilligan, who is also disguised to look the same as you.
Yes, good. Okay, now we go.
Not a bad trick.
It's
Unlike your
alright.
knife work.
Let me see. What physical condition is he in?
Yeah, he can move without aid at a speed of 20 feet, so he will slow you down if you're moving with him.
No, Gilligan's gonna move ahead. He doesn't want to carry this guy.
Okay. He
Come on,
he follows
one, two,
after
one,
you.
two.
He doesn't seem like upset that you're running off ahead of him. It seems like
He's kind of like
feels
jogging
like he
in
can
place
handle
and
himself.
turning around
Yeah.
every few seconds.
He's following you as best he can while shooting concerned glances toward this angry mob.
Oh no, don't mind that. That's not your business.
Okay. So you guys can get about halfway back around the time that Timaeus and Flora have killed these two guys. You begin to bump into the escaped prisoners.
Timaeus, I'm going to be honest, I'm a little worried about Gilligan.
Ooh,
I
goodness.
am extremely worried about everyone, but we'll take it one step at a time.
One step at a time, indeed.
One
Flora
step at a time.
runs after the escaping prisoners. Yet, listen, the crowd is chasing our friends who just appear to have taken off. There might be a chance for us to all escape out the front. Oh, was that...
Well, which way is the front? Oh,
Gilligan
I've been
sees
here
them
for
coming
days.
forward and just starts pointing. Turn around! Turn around!
Flora motions.
Gilligan, who looks about as much like a cultist as you can, considering they don't have uniforms. These guys are like, ah! And begin running away from you.
He starts cackling.
Oh yes, that works too. Oh no, look, run! This guy.
Alright, they begin running back. They can see the big crowd of guys and begin trying to follow Flora and Timaeus
Yeah,
instead.
like, around here.
Let's get out of here.
Timaeus, you lead the way. I think, is that Leison back there, Gilligan?
Oh yeah, we got him.
Flora's gonna run back and lend him a shoulder.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
I don't know how many of you there are, but I hope all of us can get out.
Yeah, it's no problem. I promised somebody I'd return this to you. She reaches into her pack and produces the choker.
I see. Then I believe I can trust you. Lead the way.
She drags him with.
Timaeus is like waving, like, hurry up.
So
He's
I'm
trying not
gonna
to be too
bother
loud.
Moving him. He's with Flora now.
Yeah.
You put him in your NPC backpack.
It's like carrying around
Gilligan
that
kind of
body
runs
in
through
both
this
his
crowd of prisoners like you'd run through a flock of pigeons and they all run away.
All right. Meanwhile, these guys are beating feet. Stamp, there are a lot more cultists ahead of you, so you are not only trying to outrun these guys, you are trying to outrun word of what's happening so that people don't just start stopping you as
my
you go.
God.
If you rage, you have advantage on athletics.
Okay. I don't actually think
Rage, you
true.
can't really maintain rage in 5e without fighting things, though.
But if you like take damage or attack, it doesn't matter if you hit or not, you get it. So if you just punch the air while you're going,
Jesus.
or bite your thumb,
I don't think that'll
Go
work.
ahead and make an athletics check.
Okay.
Whoa.
Thank God.
Sprint.
All right. I'm gonna make a collective athletics check for these guys. Let's see, what is it? It's strength or dex?
Athletics is strength.
Strength, right? Okay. Then this will just be
Acrobatics,
plus
dex.
0.
As he's sprinting.
Okay.
Stamp-
Some do
Stamp is-
better. Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, as he's sprinting, Stamp is like, "Everyone out of the way! Mondat's coming and she's pissed!"
Okay. Go ahead and make a deception check with advantage, because that is a very believable lie, actually.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
Nice.
Whew.
All
I found
right,
some good rolls on my way out of
Those
town.
words you find really do a lot to help part the crowd as you barrel through. All right. Tamias, Flora, and Gilligan. Can you make a collective collective, all of you make it, but the results will be based on your collective rolls. Your choice of stealth to leave unnoticed or deception to blend in like you're part of the angry mob.
Oh, we're mobbing it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a stealth because that's a 2 and my deception's a 0.
Okay.
And
Stealth. Hey, good roll.
Hold on. Deception, you said?
Yeah, deception or stealth, your choice.
It's average and good.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
hey.
Oh, nice.
Okay, and I'm gonna make a.
Burn the escapees!
I'm gonna make a collective insight check for this whole group.
I think these little green splotches
That is beaten by 2 of you. So yeah, no, you're able to. Tamias kind of skirts around the edges. Luckily, not having too much trouble, not being the most interesting thing on display. Flora and Gilligan, you can deal with the crowd. As you begin to sort of like, oh, that's right, Flora, you're stealthing. Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, let me just go ahead and roll for Leosin also. Since you're taking him into the crowd would be
Flora's-
difficult.
Flora's
Then we'll
going to
recognize-
take that helmet we slapped off of the guy earlier and slap it down on Leosin.
Okay. Okay, in that case, I'll modify this check a little. Leosin is also going to tend towards trying to be stealthy instead.
Yeah.
And yes, he succeeds as well. He beats the group insight roll. All right, so Gilligan, you have no trouble just being like, "Yeah, burn the do-gooders." Flora, Tamias, and Leosin kind of skirt along the edges. Chaos is just beginning to sweep through the entire camp as word begins to spread that there's an arsonist around, that prisoners are escaping, that Mondath is coming and she's pissed! Which, in fairness, is basically true.
I didn't say what her target was.
Tamias
So
comes
the
up here,
last
he
thing
waves.
to be addressed is the fate of these commoners. I'm going to make a collective roll for them for stealth, I suppose. It's not going to be great, but we'll see.
Not the 20 tuplet family.
That is a 6.
No.
Can Gilligan give them
I mean, there's a lot of them,
stealth
so it makes
advantage?
sense they'd be noticeable.
Yeah.
Why the fuck
Yeah,
would I
they
do
also
that?
can't
lose our valuable slaves.
They can't
Shit.
move very fast either because most of them are very overworked and underfed and also poorly rested. So, unfortunately, most of them get recaptured or beaten down by the mob as they try to flee.
Oh no.
Oh no!
That's fair.
Yeah,
That was honestly the most likely outcome.
yeah.
And as you sort of barrel past the entrance, you can hear another a clarion voice that sort of like actually manages to shout over the entire din as one last discovery is made. The monks escaped! But it's too late. The crowd spills out. Stamp stays ahead of them. Stamp, go ahead and make me one more athletics check for stamina rather than speed, just to see if there's any chance of them catching up to you over distance.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. I'm glad my one skill paid off.
Yeah, no, you fucking, if there's one thing you can do, it's deliver a package, and today that package is your own sweet ass.
I'll get that.
I'll sign for that package.
Yeah, no worries.
Holy
All right.
shit.
So somehow, despite just about the worst start possible to that plan, you managed to pull things together.
They exit the camp. Where's the old dude?
All right.
Shit.
I've got him with me. It's
So
okay.
yeah,
Oh.
you smuggle Leosin out, and you start building distance between yourselves and the camp. Next question, and I'm going to move you back to the big map. Next question: as you're on your way back out, are you still going to try to avoid that possible ambush spot, or are you just
Oh,
going
yeah.
to barrel straight?
Yeah.
We probably should, since if they see the way we went, they can
Is
track
there
us better.
any other way out of this area?
I mean, we'd have to go back up the mountains, and I don't think we can
go
do
ahead
that.
and make a survival check.
Okay.
I'm sure
makes
not
sense.
very good at that. I guess
Average.
I guess I'll
we might have
just
to
try.
seek refuge in.
You might as well
the wood of
try.
sh-
All right.
Wow.
We'll have
I
to
guess
seek
I can
refuge.
have Leosin roll as well, because he doesn't have proficiency, but he does have 16 wisdom.
We'll have to take refuge
He
in the
rolled
wood
a
of
4,
sharp
so
teeth.
nope, you
Oh
can't do
my
anything.
god.
Yeah.
No.
God,
Alright.
I don't want to have them see us, but we'd have to scale some cliffage, right? At like we did last time, and I don't think we can do that given the condition Leosin is in.
And it's also probably like
Stamp
nighttime
could
now.
just switch out Goldilocks for Leosin.
It is
Yeah,
nighttime,
I can
yes.
Yeah, I can climb on.
Whether or not you have time kind of depends on the extent to which you can fade away from the crowd as you build more distance. It is nighttime. You can see there's still a mob spilling out of the entrance of the valley, trying desperately to figure out who exactly escaped and where they've gone. And you can tell they are primarily concerned with finding Leosin. Torches begin to illuminate the night far away from you, but getting closer at times. So I'll have you go ahead and make me a collective stealth check to see if you can just slip away or if you're still being pursued.
Is there
What?
any way? Okay, no, that
Can one of
illusion's
us
already
keep
gone.
our advantage? Not like it matters at this
Are you
point.
fucking kidding me?
Oh yeah, guys. I rolled
Alright,
a
Stamp.
3.
We cannot roll to
Rolls
save
an
our
11.
lives.
It is. Well, your athletics check was so good, Stamp, that I feel like you should have pretty good distance. So, given that it is nighttime now, I will give you advantage on that.
Hooray!
Okay. I'll try again. I already rolled well, unfortunately, so I'm not the one who needs the buff.
No,
but-
sorry, I mean the group.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, thank God.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh wait, all of us rolls again? Okay.
Yeah, Leosin already rolled with advantage. He has 15.
That's
Oh my
pretty good.
A little better.
That's
None of
worse.
us
I'll take the
Nice.
11.
higher than a 10 yet.
Maybe I'll get another 20.
Here's the collective perception roll of the pursuers.
Well, we got. Okay, that's. I think we're half and half with
14.
Leosin.
Hold on, I have a question. Let me see if I can do some silly shit.
Half
Where
and
is
half. Yeah, you have 3 who beat it with Flora, Stamp, and Leosin. Tamias ties it, so just barely you are on the northern side of that.
Oh my god.
So
Is there any way I can use thaumaturgy to make it look like there's like torches and like people shuffling about away from us, like decoys almost?
let me real quick look up thaumaturgy and see what its capabilities are.
You manifest a mirror. You manifest a minor wonder, a sign of supernatural power within range. You create one of the following magical effects
What's
within
the
range.
range? I think is the most.
30 feet.
No,
Not
That's
far
a
away
far
from
away.
you now.
that would only that would just be like a breadcrumb.
You could
they
make a
follow.
very small flickering flame
Hmm.
within like 30 feet, which would not really accomplish what it sounds like you're hoping to accomplish.
Alright, you're fair. Yeah,
That
that's fair. I
being
mean.
said, it looks like you're able to give them the slip for the moment. With survival before, you were not able to find an alternate way, though you could potentially look. So you could either take your time to go up the cliffside again, barrel straight through, or look for somewhere else to like hide for a while and hope that it blows over.
I hate to be the anti-party dick. Didn't we kind of already do a survival check for that?
That was to see if you could just find a different route and keep going without a problem. So that's off the table now.
Yeah.
You can look for somewhere to stay if you're not willing to try the cliffs or going straight through.
Okay.
And we're trying to get back to Green Rest, I assume, right? So like,
Ultimately,
Oh,
yes.
we should not go
Or
right back
Greenest.
there. They know we're going back there.
That does seem a little fishy, suspicious to go right back to Greenest.
Because they know the monk's gone. They know that's exactly where we're gonna go.
Yeah, so maybe we should lay low.
God damn.
Let's go back to that camp where we killed those guys.
Points at the woods.
I mean, we know there's plenty of boars to be had there.
what about the wood of sharp teeth?
I guess I'll roll a survival check to see if I see anything.
I just
Yeah,
want to
probably
see
looking for
what's
like
there.
ledges, things like that.
Eh.
Small cave.
Everyone can attempt this if they want.
Okay.
Alright.
I guess I'll give Leia
Yeah,
some
don't hurt.
Can I do perception instead, maybe?
Oh my god.
Since this is like trying to find something in nature, I'm gonna make this survival specifically.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
Gilligan, luckily your skill in finding creepy cave lairs comes in handy. Yeah, you managed to find some rocky outcroppings that conceal not much of a cave, but a little bit of one in between the camp and the tight quarters valley that you tried to avoid on your way here. Do you want to all just pile inside and wait?
Yeah.
E.
Is there any
Is
way
there
to,
like a rock we can roll in front or something?
could we mask the entrance somehow? Like, is there? I don't know. Like, how big is the entrance?
The entrance is like probably 7 or 8 feet. It looks like a natural formation, not very large, and it doesn't appear that anyone has set foot in here recently. There are some other rocks as well as trees and shrubbery around, so you do have certain things to work with.
All right. Well, if nothing else, Stamp will he's gonna try and take a bunch of like middle-sized stones and put them like, I don't know, within like 100-foot ring. Not like, so it's not like a donut, but like there's a lot of things you can trip and stumble over. So if anyone does stumble on us, it'll make a noise and we can hear it before they find us.
okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Go ahead and make
That's survival again, I think, really.
probably, yeah.
It doesn't matter. All my shit that isn't athletics is a 1.
All right, it's not especially effective, but if someone's careless or clumsy, you might still get them with that.
Rock.
We can always have someone watch, take shifts.
I'll watch. I'm doing all right.
If I could be spared
Yeah,
30 minutes to recollect myself, I'd appreciate it.
I need a full night's rest.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm
you
up for
could,
taking a nap.
It's the early night. Like the sun is fully down, but it hasn't been fully down for long. So yeah, you could short rest, long rest, or wait for a certain amount of like time, or wait for something to happen. Leosin sits down very heavily against the wall of the cave, still rubbing his wrists and ankles. He looks pretty out of it, but in a better condition since you guys helped him.
Do we have a potion, right? Like any kind of potion that we could give him?
Yeah, didn't they do give us a...
I think you guys did that already, and then
I can
We
cure
gave him
wounds on him.
sausage.
no.
I can cure his wounds. I got that again.
Yeah, it
you
might not
should-
be
you
a
should
bad
do that.
idea.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know. But
Sam-
would that work for like long term? Just like
It wouldn't
like,
hurt.
Where? Okay, all right.
Yeah, it would
What
be,
level?
I mean, I'm sure he'd appreciate it either way.
Yeah.
It would be especially useful if you were going to short rest, because short rest you get a hit die back, long rest you get all your hit points back.
Yeah.
I think we should gamble on short rest, because long rest, like that lady's crazy and has an army of people who could kill us.
Yeah.
And I think they'll be prowling. So I think the best thing to do is do a short rest for Leosin and Flora's sake, and gamble on not having Tomias.
So
That
I
sounds
can
good.
take a short rest and I'll get one spell back. I'm all out of slots, but I can get one back if I do a short rest.
Okay,
good.
I think we should short rest.
And
Stamp-
if we
Stamp has
short
everything.
rest, everyone gets a D6 to add onto
Ooh.
their hit dice roll.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Yes, because of your Song of Rest.
Yes.
Okay.
So do you still want me to do this cure wounds, or do you want me to leave that?
I mean, if you get it back.
Yeah, I'll get it back.
Gilligan will only get that back on a long rest. Well, all right, there we go.
There you go.
Wah,
gonna-
wah.
Heal up. Nice. I'm back
All right,
full.
so yeah, you.
Here's what I get from taking a nap. Exactly how much I
Oh, what
needed.
do I?
You get plus D6 from Will's thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to see what my regular
Yeah, so
is.
Tomias, roll an additional d6 for your hit points to regain.
Oh, I'm already at full.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I only lost 2 because I fell off a cliff a little bit. So I'm
Ah,
good.
right,
I need no more.
All right.
I have full health.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do too. Yeah.
I got stabbed real
Wait.
bad.
No, I don't. I don't have full. What are 1d6 plus?
Yep. It'll be your
It'd be d8 plus d6 for you, Gilligan.
E.
And do you have a con mod at all?
And I'll
D6.
roll Leosin's as well.
2.
Okay, then add a 2 on there as well. Whoa!
Yay.
Nice.
Did you have damage?
Yeah, I had a little bit.
This is for Leosin. Okay.
He'll be all right.
He healed
needs
more
that.
off of that than he did off of Gilligan's cure wounds.
What are you trying to say, old man? I can bring you back there.
Yeah, so just
He cracks a smile, apparently having decided you were joking.
Why is he laughing?
Gilligan sinks into the depths of the cave and echoes his laughter all disappear. Should we, like, after a short rest, keep going?
Yeah,
Because
so the short rest lasts for about an hour. I'm gonna make a roll and do it secretly.
Oh no.
luck.
Oh,
don't
we shouldn't
worry,
go back
guys.
to greet us just yet. They'll follow us. We need to find somewhere else to go.
Okay.
I think.
Yep.
Um,
We're good. I put 5 rocks around the entrance to the cave.
You can hear some shouts in the distance, but none that ever get especially close to the place you're currently hidden. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Anybody?
Anyone and everyone.
Man, I think my highest roll is an 11.
Yeah.
Hey,
Awesome.
Tomias.
All right. I rolled a 15. Go me.
Did you know there's numbers above 15 on the dice you can roll?
My
I
God,
did it.
Holy shit.
I didn't even know numbers above 10 existed.
Did you know there's numbers falling from the sky in the form of dice?
All right.
Huh, you
That's
said
how
these
see
are
this
supposed
shit.
to know that.
So at one point, as you're resting, Leosin stands up. He sort of shoves himself up by leaning against the cave wall and slowly walks to the entrance, peering out into the darkness. He taps you on the shoulder, Timaeus, and sort of points to something that both of you notice when you look out. You can see, it seems like the camp is mobilizing. They are not headed precisely in your direction. There are people and wagons beginning to slowly stream out of the mouth of it, north and towards the valley that you guys wanted to avoid, which is pretty much the only way out of this sort of like box canyon. It's likely to be a long procession based on how many people were there. So it will still be going when you complete your short rest.
Yikes. Yeah, I'm afraid
Well,
to go to
you're-
greenest.
I feel like you're a bigger expert on this. What do you think we should do? He looks to Leeson.
It doesn't particularly look like a search party, to be honest. There'd be no reason to move with that many people in such a constricted space, nor any reason to bring the wagons. I suspect they may be moving out.
But to where? Where can they go?
Well, I suppose they
Yeah,
could.
prime real estate for
It doesn't
cults.
seem likely. There's nothing more there to steal. So perhaps to their next destination, which from the chatter I picked up in the camp I've long suspected was to the north. Perhaps El Turo, Triel, even Baldur's Gate. It's impossible to tell, but no, they seem to be moving with new vigor and decisiveness after a day of rest.
So, would it be best if we just stayed here, got a long rest, and left in the morning? Try and let them pass?
That would probably be wise. As much as I want to pursue them, find out exactly where they go, I must admit I'm simply not in the shape for it right now. And there are still things I need to communicate to my brothers when they return.
Yeah.
We need to
So-
meet back in Greenest, so I at least should probably return there.
All right. So, I guess our best course of action is we stay here for the night. Somebody needs to watch out.
Stamp!
You want to take first shift and making sure no one sneaks up on us?
I am literally at full efficiency right now.
That's true.
Yes, I believe it is also the case that when you long rest, so you need to take 8 hours. You can't do any stressful activity, and if you're a human, or most races that aren't elves, you need to sleep for at least 6 of those hours. But you can spend 2 performing activities like just keeping watch.
Yeah.
So you don't actually need someone to forego the benefits of the long rest in order to have one person watching the whole time.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I just need to be able to get my slots back and prepare. Probably just keep the same spells,
Okay.
actually. They're working pretty good.
Well, I certainly wouldn't say no to a bit of proper rest. It turns out you can sleep tied to a post, but you will
It's
only
true.
do it after you've been awake for 48 hours.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's something
They call me
you
a
never
postman.
believe the calluses you get.
Oh, man. Look at you. That was good. All right. We'll rotate
Thanks.
people. We'll rotate people who are watching. Stamps first.
I can go next. I've got my
yeah, then
30
Flora-
minutes.
Yeah, then Flora goes, I'll go, Gilligan, and then Timaeus for the last shift. Unless, Leeson, do you want to pop up and be... Yeah, because you're probably a lot more visual than Timaeus or I.
I feel like he should sleep the whole time.
That's fair. Go to bed.
That may be true.
Stamp
My
hits him
thumb
with
was
his
up already
ball.
asleep.
No, that doesn't happen.
Yeah. All right.
Alright.
So that's what
Alright.
we'll do.
Okay, so each person who is keeping watch in order, please go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay.
Stomp.
Scomps. Scomps.
Okay.
Hey.
Nice.
Okay.
Next up, floor.
Yep.
Whoa,
my
another
God.
Well, I'm
five.
glad you have a plus
She's so
5.
sleepy.
And then I think I was next, so.
Yep.
Hey,
Oh, wow.
We're killing it.
they
Oh
call
my
us
God.
Hey.
middling and
Gilligan
Gilligan.
knows what's up, and I do too.
I
All
meant
right.
night owl. It makes sense.
Okay, so basically over the next 8 hours, as you take turns sleeping and keeping watch, you see the people continue to pour out of the camp, along with carts piled high with various loot from the town. And no one really seems to be actively looking for you, that you can tell. By the time of Gilligan's watch, the people have kind of slowed to a trickle. And by the time his watch ends, you no longer see anyone traveling there. But looking down into the valley, you can see a mass fresh covering of tracks and cart wheels.
Mm. What you talking about, guys?
Nothing.
Yeah, okay. I'll just go over here and sip my puddle water.
Stamp was just helping me pick out my spells for the day. I just wasn't sure what to pick. I didn't want to interrupt God.
I help
Jason
people.
sleeps sitting down
Even while
against the
sleeping.
cave wall and sleeps like a rock. You don't see him stir a single time during the 8 hours.
Monks.
Monks. Wait.
So you can all fully replenish yourselves, hit points, spells, everything.
Yay.
Yeah, I super need mine back.
Now we only
Got the good
restore
stuff
half of our
back.
hit points, yeah? Or no, not hit points, sorry, hit dice, yeah?
That's right. You get half of your maximum capacity. So you'll each
Like
get one
zoinks!
die back. However, you each only well, I guess you probably used them before your previous long rest, so
Yep.
you would have gotten one back, and then used one, and then gotten one back. So I guess you all have one now.
Yep.
What, sorry?
Hit dice.
So hit dice, you get a number of hit dice equal to half your level every time you long rest that you can spend on short rests. So you basically replenish up to half capacity on those with each long rest. And since you each have 2, that's your maximum because you're level 2. You each get 1 hit die to spend on a short rest.
Pretty sure Stamp has both of his for today since he didn't use
You
it
might be,
yesterday.
yeah.
Stamp is the tank who never gets hit.
Actually, I would just top you off when you level up anyway. So you all used 1 and now got it back. So you all have 2.
Okay.
Yay.
Yay.
All right. Still rubbing his limbs a bit. Leosin stands up and sort of begins pacing around. It looks like he can walk a lot better after that.
Oh, fantastic! You're looking positively cheery.
That's the best I've felt in days, that's for sure.
So, what are we thinking? We're gonna go to Greenest, or now that the camp is gone, we could see what's in that cave, but I don't know how fruitful that'd be.
Oh, that's an
That'd
interesting.
be real
thought.
fucked up if we just, like, took their house.
That's an
I'm just
interesting
spitballing.
consideration.
No,
Do you
I
guys
want
wanna
to do
act-
it. That sounds fun.
Yeah, do you want to
Yeah.
act on it?
I feel like they would have taken whatever it was, but sure, if you want, we can look at it. We're not that far away.
I mean, that's true. They might have taken what was needed, but they might have left some information behind. People getting careless back there, or
Just
they
a
didn't
bunch
get
of
everything.
cobalt poop.
Well, I mean, there's also the possibility they might have, tried to open something, take something, but missed it or dropped something behind.
We could
Give
always
us
use
any
more
clues.
information.
Yeah, all right. Is the camp gone?
You can head back and check. Leosin considers this idea. You're probably right. It's unlikely they'd have left anything materially valuable, but especially considering their hasty exit, it's not impossible that they left something behind they didn't intend to. That being said, regardless of what you choose to do, I need to return to Greenest myself in order to confer with my brothers.
Of course, will you be fine out there?
I believe I will now, yes. Thank you for your concern. I'll be sure to tell the governor, as well as my brothers, everything that transpired here and everything I know about the cults. Be careful, though. While it certainly appears that all, or at least most of them left, they haven't all moved as one in the past, especially their leadership. Even if several of them have left, one or more may have stayed behind, and all of them, the half-dragon, Mondath, Resmir, and that red wizard, would be very dangerous opponents.
Understood. As our next move, should we perhaps check on the camp and then meet up with you at Greenest afterwards?
That's all right by me.
What do you guys think?
Okay. I'm down for that.
Nice.
Gilligan, maybe give Leosin your stealth bonus thing. Help him out at least for the first hour.
Oh, yeah, sure, okay.
Thing you. Is there anything wrong with your hands, by the way? I noticed yesterday they're a bit on the knobbly side.
Oh, I'm just weird.
Why we just
Yeah.
How would you feel if I said it was a genetic disorder? Would you feel like a jerk then?
Ooh, keys. That's no okay. That's fine.
Yeah, no,
Well, I
that's
don't know what
okay.
that means.
Have a safe trip. Pat, pat.
Nobble, nobble.
You as well. Get a little bit of practice with that knife, perhaps.
Ooh! Ooh!
Flora, like,
Maybe
holds
a
Gilligan back.
shake.
He smiles, strides out of the mouth of the cave, and sort of begins sliding a bit down the steep cliff face to get back onto the path and begin.
Fall.
All right. Well, Stamp, using his mountain-born business, is just gonna clamber, since they're probably like halfway up these cliffs, since they're in a cave.
Yep.
He's gonna try and actually this time, since they have a little more time to work with, he was gonna try and go up on the upper part of the valley the camp was situated in to get a good look at it.
Sure. Okay, go ahead and make a. Is climb still a thing, or is it just athletics now?
Just athletics.
Just athletics.
Okay, athletics then. I think that's climb and swim, is my recollection.
Okay.
Okay. Takes a little doing, but yep, you clamber on up to a higher vantage point and look around for signs of the people leaving. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Holy
right.
shit.
You can't make out anything like any special information, but luckily it is impossible to miss the large group of people still streaming towards the horizon. They're out of the valley now, and it looks like they are heading straight north across the countryside. It doesn't look like they're following the exact reverse route that they took here from Greenest.
Yeah.
So probably they're not going to Greenest, but somewhere else.
Perhaps to the wood of sharp teeth.
It's a bad name.
Did you just make that
I don't know,
up?
I think it's kind of cool.
That's
Oh,
not
I'll
a real
put
place,
the other
is it?
towns that he mentioned on here as well, so that you can see where those are, relatively speaking. So
Oh.
this is Baldur's Gate, and El Turel is here. There's also this place, Scornubel.
Wow.
El Turel Scornubel.
Screeching Woods.
Do they reach with teeth?
Quite possibly.
All right. So, we still want to go back to that cave?
Well, I didn't see anything.
All right. Maybe I should try and take a peek. I'm not good at it, but
Neither am I, evidently.
I mean,
I'll take a looky-loo.
sure, yes, I'll give it
Okay.
a shot as well.
All right, so you head back in the direction of the camp.
Hell
Hey.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
is
was-
a good roll.
I'm not even going to roll.
I was just about to ask for perception checks. So you begin heading back in the direction of the camp. You can see there's no longer a big procession of people leaving. From a bit of a distance, you can see and also smell actually that it seems the huts that they were hanging out in, at least those on the lowest level, were intentionally burned down. Probably not from your fires, probably just a raise it and move on. While you did observe their main group streaming away to the north, you also find tracks that indicate that many smaller groups left in sort of various directions, pretty much all ways.
Probably looking for us.
And another thing you can see from a safe distance is that there are still some people around. Go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Okay. Raw intelligence,
shit.
investigation.
Just intelligence. This is to remember something.
Ah.
Oh shit!
Oh, there's
All
a
right.
20. Hell yes.
Yay!
Yo!
Did
What?
it.
All right. Flora, you remember as you notice a few of these figures sort of heading occasionally in or out of the mouth of the mostly deserted camp. You saw a couple of these guys around. You don't remember seeing them in Greenest, but some of these guys were hanging around in the camp, and they are outfitted as hunters.
Oh. Interesting.
Not
have a
of
token?
like people or anything, just traditional like hunting game for food kind of
Okay.
hunters.
Interesting.
Do you have an icon of them?
I do, although it's not very well representative.
Okay.
But sure, yeah. Technically, this is the icon for the. They are not elves for the most part.
Flora just furrows her brow, these memories coursing back through her. Okay, I'm going to give you an exact description of what they did, just parse them as not elves. I know I'm going to describe them as elves, just don't think elves when you see them, okay?
All right, that's weird, but I'll do it.
I have a very convoluted way of remembering things.
All right, if it works,
She works on a binary of elf or not.
Okay.
I must be quite confusing then.
Are you a half elf?
Yes.
Oh no. She scratches something out in her journal and glances over at you repeatedly, changes a few lines. Okay, never mind.
Taps his nose.
She relays the information about the hunters to the rest of the group.
Oh, and actually, you got that 24 perception too. There's one other thing I'll tell you. Besides the aforementioned descriptors, there's one other thing you notice that has changed about the camp, which is that a short distance beyond sort of the opening of the main camp part, there's a section of grass. So most of it has like fresh tracks from people and carts. There is a section of the grass that's decently large that is like pressed almost uniformly flat, like pulverized into the ground. You're not
Ooh.
sure what would have caused that.
About how big is this area?
I bet they dragged a big thing out of the cave.
Shit.
How big? Let me see.
Because I think I know what that might be.
It's probably about. I'm sorry, hang on.
Mondeth has OCD and
There
needs
it's
to
somewhere.
flatten the earth where she has tread.
An excellent
That's why it took her
deduction,
so long to
Stamp.
chase after us.
Yeah, it's probably like 20 feet in diameter.
So,
Dragon was sleeping there.
Yeah, I was about to say, are the hunters working in overtime? Like, do I see them around?
Well, you know, they're ranging now when they didn't appear to be in the evening when you arrived before. Working overtime, kind of hard to say.
Okay.
They're hunting is all you can really see.
Well,
And usually there's like a couple of them out and a couple of them just loitering around near the entrance to the camp at any given time.
well, they might be gathering food, especially if all of them are working together. If they're still gathering food, that implies they, well, need to feed something. If most of the camp is moved away, and that grass is flattened, they might be feeding something very big.
Shit. Okay. Well, this might be a good opportunity to go inside and see what they're feeding.
Not a bad idea. I applaud your bravery, Goldilocks.
Do you
I
think
mean,
he's
after
afraid
what we
of
did,
us?
after what we did last night, come on, it's pretty good.
You're right. I should have more confidence. I aspire to follow your example. In that case, I guess I'll take the lead. Everyone, after me.
Okay,
She's going to strut into the cave.
I guess I'll tag along.
right.
Rapier and knife ready.
I'm gonna move you to back to the camp map real quick. Doodle-doo. Sorry, so who all's going? Everyone or just a few people?
I think it's everyone.
I'd say all of us.
Yeah, I'd say.
Okay.
Jello is BRB at the moment, but I'm sure he'll tag along.
Let's see. The camp. Okay. Put a few of these guys down. Get rid of almost everyone else. You guys there. All of this goes to the GM layer. Is that everything I need? I need one more thing, and then I'll be ready, which is fine, because Yellow's still BRB.
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Yep. Give me just a second.
No.
My God.
Okay. Dropping you back over there. And ping you. Yep. So you guys enter once more from here. You don't encounter anyone else in between the camp and here. One of the hunters passes fairly close to you at one point, appears to notice you, and just sort of like keeps on heading out.
Oh, okay.
No, it's fine.
Cool.
We just blend. It's okay.
The I'll go ahead and also add the
Oh,
the
hello.
area
Oh,
of flat
goodbye.
grass, so you know where it is relative to everything else.
Goodbye.
So
flush
that's,
the lords, this, that.
So it's like over here.
Ooh.
All right.
Big.
So hang on. So as you pass by this hunter, she turns, kind of like briefly squints, like she's trying to figure out whether or not she recognizes you, and then just kind of shrugs, then goes back to dragging a knife along a piece of flint as kind of just like an idle activity. She's got a couple skinned carcasses at her side that she's piled up on a mat.
Another way that this hunter differs from an elf, lacks the keen eyesight.
Stamp walks up to the hunter and begins discussing boar catching techniques with her.
Ooh, okay. She go ahead and make a survival or knowledge nature check to see how impressive your insight is.
It's not
Okay.
bad.
It's not bad.
Stamp's not good at framing his abilities, but he's pretty good.
Okay, well that was decent, so I'm gonna also say go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage to make this impression.
Oh. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
Not amazing, but pretty good for Stamp.
Yeah.
So Stamp, you get caught up in a little conversation here. And in the course of just sort of chewing the fat with this girl, you learn a couple interesting things. So these hunters are actually not part of the cult. They are entirely mercenaries that were hired just to get food for them while they were camped here. And they don't give a shit. This one at least doesn't recognize you as being from the cult, assumes that you're not from the cult, and is actively doing nothing to stop you, because that's not what they're being paid for.
Cool.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah.
This one heads off to hunt as well in the course of this.
I guess we could just.
Does she have any special knowledge about certain game? Anything on the level of the boar grab? Are there any other specific technique, like in like an RPG where it's like doodle doo doo doo? You learned the pigeon choke.
Let me roll survival. It's pretty good for her.
None of this matters at all, but I'd like Stamp to be better at surviving. It's not bad.
Yeah, she teaches you the literal foxtrot.
Oh, awesome. Stamp jiggies and a fox runs by. Cool. That's all. We can continue walking.
Okay.
Stamp's probably gonna hang back and talk to her for a little bit.
Okay, Stamp, as you're talking to her, you suddenly find that the conversation is cut short as she's in the middle of saying something and kind of trails off very quickly. Her eyes sort of widen and her face slackens a bit, like her expression resets to something much closer to neutral, and she just sets, like, calmly, doesn't say anything, sets down the piece of flint she was idly playing with, stands up, and just walks directly away out of the camp.
Oh. Hey guys, I guess, is there like a sense motive I should roll?
Yeah, you can roll insight if you want to know what the fuck that was.
Okay. Guys!
Oh, you don't know, other than that was weird.
Am I able to insight as well, just to like?
No, only Stamp was interacting with her.
Well, guys, I'm getting a weird feeling, like I don't know if that's a dragon belly spot. Maybe it's coming back or something, because that lady just left in the middle of conversation.
Can I do a perception check?
Yeah, can I just like
I
look
feel
up
like
and
it's about to rain.
It's
I'll look up
terrible
and
day
see if
for rain.
anything's coming?
Yeah, you can make perception checks to look around for anything unusual or like a dragon approaching from the horizon or whatever.
Oh, thank God.
Gilligan.
Gilligan. Oh boy. All right. So you're walking along a short distance behind Flora. And as you're sort of cautiously peering around, a little skeeved out, you notice the patch of flattened grass shifts a little weirdly,
Ooh.
like not in the wind.
Oh goodness, you might want to stop, Flora.
Why is that? She like stops dead and turns around. Did you see something? Did you spot something? Did you come up with another genius idea?
Yes, and no. I wonder what that could be. Alright, bets on sandworm, bets on earth troll. What do you got?
Your bets on what? Oh, is there something there? Is there an invisible
Yes.
dragon?
Guys, I know.
Oh,
Well. What a clever mouse.
There's an invisible dragon.
Yes.
Oh no!
The air shimmers, and this dragon seemingly emerges into being, lazily sitting on the ground here, one claw out, sort of idly scraping at the earth.
None of the other party members hear this because Stamp's so far away, just still sitting there. But under his breath, he goes, "Did I just discover the dragon butt scratch?"
Hello there,
Play
big
Stragon.
blue.
I'm gonna
What are
play
you
it.
doing?
I'm gonna play Gilligan's theme because that was a slick 20 perception roll.
Yep.
Is this dragon speaking
Also,
common or draconic or what?
Also, Civ just got that without you even telling her.
That what it said just now was in common. It
Okay.
wanted you to understand it.
Ooh.
Right. Well,
Oh, it's you.
Oh,
You
do I
are-
recognize
it's
that?
you!
The dragon.
Hello?
The dragon spares a very brief look around behind it, where you can still see an angry red wound on the back of one of its shoulders.
Oh,
Hmm.
sorry about that. I forget how hard I can throw things. Are you all right?
Well, it was nothing if not impressive.
Thanks.
The dragon gets up on all fours and walks towards you slowly.
Oh shit.
Tobias, and stunned, takes out his notebook and starts like taking notes down of everything he sees.
Do you want some help
Right.
with that little boo-boo you have?
I couldn't ask for it from you.
Ooh.
Then again, perhaps it's silly of me to have that pride, since I am about to ask you for a little favor. I
need
sent
something
away
delivered?
the only one who could have heard us speak. The dragon looks briefly in the direction of the hunter, who is still walking at a completely even pace away into the distance. She'll be back eventually, but I doubt she'll understand what was done to her mind.
oh, okay.
Just a little
Can turn
sponge
invisible,
reworking,
has
it's
mind control
fine.
powers, big blue electric, smells like electricity. Yes, okay.
Whose notes will be
God, I
like-
wish that were me.
Writing stuff down.
Here, I'll stand in front just in case, since I never actually do that.
This is one of my flaws.
The dragon extends a single claw, sort of in an open gesture toward you, and briefly kneels sort of down and forward in what must be a kind of dragon approximation of like a curtsy.
Goldilocks also curtsies.
Yes, me too.
Flora throws
Tobias-
up the horns.
Tobias,
No,
amazed,
no,
at
no,
being,
no, 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 Flora.
amazed at being this close to a dragon, like, takes the claw in his hand and, like, shakes it like a handshake. It's like, oh, feels a lot harder than I thought it would. Okay, good. Rights.
Timaeus, as you take a hold of the claw, the dragon rises up again from its sort of like slightly hunched position and gradually begins to raise its claw off the ground, as if curious to see how long you're going to hold on for.
Timaeus, quaking in his boots, is like just still writing stuff down.
Yeah, I like to imagine Tobias like holds the horn. Oh, neat! Turns around and like the dragon picks him up like a mother cat picks up a kitten from behind, and he doesn't even notice. And Sam just stands
His-
underneath him, ready for him to fall.
Timaeus' flaw, and I was hoping this would come into effect, is most people scream and run when they see a demon, or just like anything. I stop and take notes on its anatomy. So this is in his character to do this,
I love this.
to an extent.
May call me Lenithon. And how shall I know you?
Hi, Goldilocks. Everyone introduce yourselves.
Oh,
to
I'm-
the
I'm-
I thought
dragon.
somebody else was going.
For some reason, I thought the dragon had switched to Draconic and was explicitly talking to you. I'm Stamp, but some people call me Table.
My name's Flora Fenton. A pleasure to meet you.
Hmm.
And I'm Tobias Lancaster, wizard extraordinaire. Someday.
I find myself face to face with a dragon criminal, yet don't have the spirit to arrest them.
It's okay, you'll get it sometime. I'm Gilligan Seymour von Fathoms.
Well, I wish I could say it was also a pleasure to make your acquaintance, but truth be told, I hold little regard for your kind. Fortunately for you, I also hold little regard for those of your kind who call themselves the cult of Tiamat.
Yeah, put those
Um,
horns down, Flora.
She just forlornly like she doesn't even put him down. She just hides her hand in her coat pocket.
Stamp walks
Wait a
over and
minute.
puts a small cardboard box over your hand that is has a logo that's the equivalent of this universe's Amazon smile.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm gonna be
And-
honest. Getting my hand in this position took quite some time.
There
And
are
then-
several things you must know, and then I will have you do a task for me.
Neat.
Okay.
Everyone's quaking in their boots.
Stamp has like a
Gilligan's
big...
not. He's
Yeah.
like doing like chin hands, sitting in the grass, kicking his feet.
Yeah, Stamp is just like big dumb smile waiting. He likes doing favors for people.
The leader of this camp and the attack on your human town is a woman named Frula Mondath, the purple-robed one. However, she in turn answers to Resmir, a black half-dragon. She spits the word a little. And one who considers herself far above the station to which
Oh, wait, is this a
nature
girl dragon?
entitles her.
Yeah, she's
Yes.
a lady.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, sick.
I have no love for either of them, though I find Resmir especially tiresome as I must deal with her personally. Nevertheless, I have respect and fear for Tiamat herself. I find myself in an awkward position. Many of my own clutch, along with those of other dragons, were being cared for by them here. She looks around over her shoulder meaningfully toward the cave at the back of the valley. That is the hatchery. They took many of the eggs with them when they left, but some were too close to hatching to be able to transport them safely, including several of my own. It's not a spoken understanding, but I've always known that if I ever ceased aiding the cult, Resmir would likely exact vengeance upon my young, and that is something I cannot allow. So,
Oh, Tobias looks really sad at that. Like, oh, wow, that's just terrible.
So
He's not quaking so much now.
I assume you just want us to get him out of there and bring him back?
that's exactly what I want. I want my children back. I don't care a whit for what you do to the rest. No doubt the humans in your town would prefer them destroyed. I leave it to you.
How many?
Okay.
How big is a dragon egg? Here, stop me. Tobias, you stand there, and I'm gonna walk away and tell me how when big they are.
Oh yeah,
Oh, boy.
I can
Yeah.
hold it in my hand if you're curious.
Okay, that's good, because I could carry at least one. I wouldn't want to carry two. Not like a
I'm-
waiter. You ever go to a restaurant? I have no idea how they do that. It's
is
super
impressive.
impressive.
Yeah.
3 of
So-
mine remain within the cave. That is all of them.
I suppose this is a dumb question, but just for clarification, I assume your eggs are blue.
That's racist.
Hey, I'm a golden
Not
dragon.
uniformly, but I have no doubt you will be able to discern mine from the rest, if you have any wits about you. And if it turn out that you don't, well, it would be very unfortunate for you.
I just like double checking, ma'am.
So, are the other dragons kind of in the same situation as you, where they got these egg hostages? Or are some of them kind of down for
Many
it?
of my kind are more enthusiastic about the cult. I certainly would welcome Lady Tiamat back into the world, to claim ascension over the inferior races, and particularly over our hated metallic cousins. But I don't believe that this group of ragtag peasants has what it takes to bring about that reality, and in the meantime, I find them extremely troublesome and demanding. I wish for no part of this ridiculous struggle. That I must take my time attacking human towns is degrading enough, but they ask for tribute that should rightfully be mine. It is unacceptable. Resmir, Mondath, and the rest of them all have ambitions that exceed their station, and I would gladly see them snuffed out, or at least made no longer my problem.
Neat. All right, you guys want to get some eggs out of here?
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
There's no like other secret dragons we can't see on the way, right? Like, is there gonna be a secret dragon guard who's like, no, because I don't think we can beat a dragon.
She smirks. There are no other dragons here, though there is another half-blood.
Ooh.
Looks over at Goldilocks. Is it?
Hey,
Is it do you think it's you know who?
Langdadrosa or Resmar? Maybe.
Yes, Resmir has most certainly left to bring the rest of her spoils north to Castle Neritar. But yes, the half-blue Langdadrosa is still here on guard.
Man, okay. Well, shit.
Also,
I don't know. I feel like we could take him, maybe.
The air rumbles as the dragon chuckles a little, or at least that's what you assume that noise is. It's possible, just possible, that I may have described my encounter, and word may have gotten back to him. Of course, I didn't see which of you hurled that object at me. Let me just silence my phone.
No, it's okay. Take your time.
I like your ringtone.
Of course, I didn't see which of you was responsible for giving me this joy. She winces a little as she shifts her shoulder. But I imagine he drew his own conclusions and will
I'll
be
take
very
care of that
eager
now
to
for you
face
if you
whichever
want.
of you brought me low. She looks meaningfully at Goldilocks.
No, I didn't do that.
Yeah,
But
no, I believe that.
Tobias, he points
you know
to Stamp.
that. You know that, and now I know that. But good luck convincing Langdadrosa of that.
Pat.
Wait, he thinks I hit you with that?
Pat.
Oh boy.
He bitch
Why?
slapped me.
Why, who else could have done it but the mighty dragon? You should have heard how furious he was that you were holding back when you fought.
Oh jeez.
I was crying.
Ooh, I want to go back in the sack.
Man, no. This is. You know what? I'm gonna go find myself some scimitars. I bet we're gonna level up. I'm gonna be much more of a swordsman next time I see him, and I got a plan to whoop his ass.
What's the plan?
Yes, and we'll all work together like friends do.
So, hey, you know how fog fucked us?
Yeah.
I got a thing called fairy fire that makes it so that any enemies in the area we have advantage against them,
Cool.
and they can't be invisible.
Well, I didn't prepare.
He
for
looks
it
at the
today.
dragon.
Oops.
Cool.
Yeah, I have fairy fire though, so I could do that.
You may need more than that, particularly if he challenges you to single combat again. A
You think I'm
challenge
gonna honor that?
Well, it's impossible to say what the circumstances will be, but realize that, should he challenge you, he will absolutely honor it. But the second you don't, any allies he has nearby will no longer restrain themselves. Consider
Shit.
yourselves forewarned.
Oh, and
Yeah.
That
Leave him
being
alone,
said,
perhaps.
That being said, while I don't require his survival as I do of my own children, he is technically of my clutch. Not mine, but
Ah, I
one of
called
my
it.
brothers. One of my brothers lay with a human woman, let's say about a century ago. I don't like to commit the sordid details to memory. But you could think of me as, in your own terms, his great-great-great aunt.
Ooh, you're
So
a
I
wine
suppose-
aunt. Nice.
I suppose
Don't
I
call
do have
her that!
some
Tobias
affection.
shoves Gilligan.
I don't know what the seaweed-haired one meant by that, so I'm going to proceed past that remark.
It's a compliment where I come from.
Don't pay
Now,
attention to him.
It's all right. I don't know what he meant either.
Yes, I could do with some clarification.
Later.
In any case, I would prefer if you didn't slay him. That is, if you manage to best him at all. But I fear he may be a bit much for you. So, just in case, should you need some insurance, she outstretches a hand and sort of conjures something seemingly out of air. It doesn't look like she's literally creating it, but more like she's summoning it from some extra dimensional space. And she tosses it at your feet, Goldilocks.
Great.
This knife is soaked in exactly 1 dose of a potent arcane toxin made from my own blood. Because of the blood he and I share, a single wound with that knife will incapacitate him for some time. Should you need a cheat.
Yup. Gonna use that. Much appreciated.
That is all the help I can spare, however. I can't leave too many clues to my involvement. It's entirely plausible that the roving band of brigands that stopped some of the attacks at Greenrest could have come for revenge, destroyed some of the eggs, stolen others. Accidents happen, but there can't be any evidence of my direct involvement, or Resmir will know that I betrayed her.
Okay, if that's the case, then we should probably try and grab a couple of the other eggs as well, because if only yours go missing, that'll look weird.
A fair point. Do as you will. When you have completed this task, I will be waiting for you at the mouth of the valley.
Okay.
And
Does she
should you
mean the
fail to
top?
complete the task, you may as well stay in that cave for the rest of your lives.
That's about what I figured, yeah.
Don't worry,
Yes,
ma'am. I'm a
ma'am.
professional delivery man.
So, like, aside from that jerk guy, what sort of nasty business is waiting for us in there, then?
More of the irksome kobolds, no doubt. A few guards. I believe Mondath herself remained behind as well, though I am not certain.
Oh, crap.
Oh.
I'm quite confident.
Damn, no!
I'm quite confident that Resmir left with the loot, and I believe that Red Wizard did as well.
Okay, well, that's not good. Okay,
There are
well,
a few
thanks.
other natural cave dwellers to worry about as well. I'm sure nothing that should trouble the mighty dragon slayers.
Yeah.
We're bad. Oh, how durable are dragon eggs? I don't mean that like I'm gonna hit one, but I need to know.
She slowly walks over to you, saying nothing.
Stamp continues
Don't.
smiling.
Find out.
Got it. I'll write fragile on them in a pen and we'll never drop them.
I mean, there are other eggs. We can mess around with those. Just don't touch hers.
Yeah, but what if they're different per the color of dragon?
I'm terribly
crap.
sorry. They're a strange bunch. They really mean well.
You gotta know as
Well,
much as you can about the merchandise you're shipping if you want it to get there in one piece.
I'm going to be
Tobias.
real. I'm just thankful that she's not super racist against us metallic dragons, because that could have been super shitty.
Yes, that would.
Well, she
I
low-key
mean, she sounded
was.
like she was racist against metallic.
Shush, it's
Well,
okay,
she-
shush.
I mean, she wasn't
Oh, and
racist
just so
enough
you
to-
don't think I'm completely unreasonable, should you complete my task, there will of course be a reward beyond your continued existence. So look forward to that.
Ooh, I might get a tip.
Oh, well,
She,
good.
She beats her wings a few times, creating a huge updraft of air, and slowly takes to the sky.
Ah, shit! Gilligan, like,
Tamias,
skitters all around the ground trying to see if there's any leftover scales.
Tamias says farewell in Draconic. And I was gonna, an actual Draconic from Skyrim, but I didn't get to. So here we go.
She was extremely helpful. We got a lot of good information. Like they headed out to Castle, double checks my notes, Castle Narathar or some similar sounding thing. They've split their leadership. Some of the dragons aren't helpful. Tiamat is currently looking to emerge back into the world. I double underlined that one.
And
Yeah?
yes, Gilligan, we can stop here. In fact, we are definitely stopping here.
Ooh.
Because roll a perception check, second dragon, right there.
A bigger, invisible dragon!
A different dragon comes down. I need you to get my eggs back
I
and
like
destroy
that
the
I
blue
can just
ones.
leave Gilligan's theme playing during a tense scene
Yeah.
and it just works.
Oh, man.
Oh boy, alright. So you didn't sequence break exactly, but events occurred in a slightly elongated fashion, or the opposite of that, a slightly abbreviated fashion. So before we move on to the dungeon next session, you will level up to level 3.
Oh, thank you.
Ooh.